Hey guys, so I told you I was going to go live and do a live video. Yesterday, I posted on Facebook on one of the community chats that I want to hold my son back because his teacher and his principal will not talk to me about holding him back. They'll just say, oh, well, if he keeps on falling behind on benchmarks and whatnot, we'll just give him a IEP or a 504 plan. So essentially kids can just go through grades with failing grades and they can get special needs education. They'll just throw them in special ed if they're not meeting their benchmarks. This is so appalling to me. This is where we are failing our kids, okay? Because it's not like your kid's gonna go to a job and go, back talking and not doing all their work. They're going to get fired, and then they're going to sit there and they're going to wonder why they got fired. And it's like, dude, if you fail things, you don't pass. At least that's the way I grew up, and that's the way it was. And now with all this, there's a certain point that you coddle your kids and you love on them and stuff, but they also need to know the realities of winners and losers. I'm sorry, but not every kid should get a freaking trophy. It is ridiculous. It teaches them nothing, people. I'm sorry, but this is very offensive to me because one of my children is falling behind right now on his benchmarks. He can't read. There's a lot of homework that he has to have special help with because he just can't do it. And they're like, oh no, we're gonna put him in second grade. If anything, he can just be in special ed. Dude, this is where America has got it wrong. Let me tell you, this is ridiculous. I grew up with a family of very smart, very educated people and people in the education system. Particularly, I think of my grandfather, because my grandpa, when I was a little kid, I recall him saying this. He said, a teacher will grade his student how he grades himself. And that really did not hit home until recently. And now, I see what my grandpa is talking about. I wish that he hadn't passed away years and years and years ago. Along with my grandma, who was a very smart educator herself as well. But the spoiled entitlement has run into the school system now. And now kids, they can fail. And then what's really sad, America, is that you're going to let these kids go out into the real world and they're going to get broadsided by a barn and not even see it coming. They're going to get fired from jobs. They're not going to understand why. These are all things that you guys are not thinking about. You're not thinking about these kids' future. Honestly, I'm thinking about switching schools with my kids because I don't condone failure. My husband and I, we do not condone failure. Failure is a no-no. And we are really strict on do your homework, and then you have special privileges. You can go play Xbox, you can watch a movie, whatever. Show me your homework, show me that you did it correctly, blah, blah, blah. So to know that school systems, they won't hold kids back anymore because of, oh, it's gonna hurt their psychiatric, it's gonna hurt them mentally, it's gonna scar them, it's gonna damage them. Okay, let me ask you this. What is more scarring and more damaging? Okay, a kid going out in the real world, getting a dose of reality, a hit in the face with getting fired from a job for not doing their job, or a kid that gets held back one grade and builds a better foundation for himself and passes all of his benchmarks. I mean, really, come on. I got made fun of for having red hair in school my whole life and for having seizures and being paralyzed, okay? You don't see me sitting here complaining and whining, oh, I'm scarred, oh, I'm messed up for life, oh, poor me. No, I don't do that, okay? I move about my life, I'm a good individual, and I'm a hard worker. So, with that being said, I'm a very angry mom right now, and I'm sorry for the long rant, but seriously, you're not going to scar or damage your kid by holding them back a grade. If anything, you're building those foundational blocks, which are so essential. So many kids walk around now, can't do basic math, can't write, don't have legible handwriting, and can't calculate anything or even read. This is why, America, it's time to wake up and like do something about this. Because if my grandparents were still alive, they would be so aggravated and disappointed in the educational system. So anyways, I'm done ranting. You know how I feel about this. I hope that you guys like and share this video and that it gets all around, because this needs to get out there and get known right now that if you have kids, you have no rights anymore. You can't hold them back. You can't advocate for them other than saying, they failed. And they'll say, oh, okay, well, we're going to put them in special ed. Have a nice day. So anyways, like and share my post. Like and share it on YouTube, share it with your friends, whatever. I think this needs to get spread, honestly. So, come on, people. GingerJo here. Spread the love. Thank you. Have a good day, guys.